And does chat say we are good?
Wolf says no, but that's because he can hear your questions.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to concede that as yes. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Swamp Mages Gaming. We're going to go through this pretty fast because things may or may not be happening, and time is short. Y'all have a hot date to get to.
I wish.
All right. It's on fire.
So we'll go do a super. Do it in 2 sentences or 2 sentences. Let's introduce your character, starting with Vish.
Hello, Trimlet Pardue Husk. Hi.
Sure.
Corvus, I shoot stuff.
Curly.
Mia, I talk to Garlic.
Blood.
Halathiel, formerly incarcerated.
Geo. Everyone else. Pleasure.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Can I redo mine? I didn't like
that. Retake.
So, where we last left off. You went to one of the small towns, stayed the night. Went and had a discussion on where which to go next after discovering that one of the things that have been kind of haunting in the steps in the background, not directly affecting y'all, but around some of the NPCs y'all have met, is apparently the source of a night hawk. After a very pleasant and very brief discussion on where to go next, y'all decide to go back to Carrick, where y'all, with full permission from Opera Vandy, investigate through his house, where y'all found a strange stone, which, after a successful check, we're just determined that it was the hag's heartstone. And after another short debate on where to go next, after deciding to stay the night.
Short debate.
Short debate.
All our debates.
Thanks for that.
Y'all are going to go and get Halathiel, who was nothing but the most model citizen. So y'all got him out of jail after being a model citizen. And we're once again having a nice discussion on what to do next. Where though our approach in the city was pretty much empty at this point. Where you see a dark blue woman with what appears to be like horns, like protruding out of her skin and like around like her jawline, and long like let me see her picture again real quick. Yeah. Long like ram like horns, but instead of going up and around, they go down. Who is sat upon the top of this massive skeletal flaming horse. And the last thing that happened that she said to you was, I believe you have something of mine. But I am nothing if not a merchant by trade. So, how about we cut a deal?
What kind of deal?
You give me back my Hearthstone, and I will never bother you again.
You know, that's actually not a bad deal.
It's very vague. I don't like that deal.
I mean, I've signed worse.
Look, what you've done.
Can you define you? Is it like a you all or whoever says yes first?
He kind of smiles. You all.
Hey, there you go.
I don't.
And does bother include not killing?
I will not bother y'all, you all, or try to kill unless attacked first.
What is your relation to Upper Vandy?
Well, the same as any merchant. I something. Money.
So you pay him for cover?
No.
He pays you for souls?
No. I am if I was to tell you a 100% certain way to turn one copper piece into 100 platinum pieces, all it takes is some time and effort. Would you do it?
I know the answer to this question, but I'm afraid my friends would find it repulsive.
No, that's you, buddy. Go for it.
Like Halathiel.
I mean, I'm waiting for everyone else to pip up with their righteousness because I've already been in trouble once.
I mean,
I
you were
was
the one
in
speaking.
jail.
I was like, the question was directed to you.
Yeah.
Be clear, I, the Corvus, am sidling into some sort of a position nearby. I can't see a map or anything, but anything that I see that might provide cover, and I'm sort of getting in a position to hide, take cover, and start an engagement.
There is
Discreetly.
there's pretty much right now y'all are more or less in like the middle of a street, more or less. I will say there's an alley about 15, 20 feet from you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sort of discreetly be sidling my way into
Okay.
cover.
Gonna inch that way.
So the answer to your question is, depending on the method, perhaps I am, as one would say, morally flexible, but there are some lines I wouldn't cross.
Well, we'll just say Vandy is my copper piece that I'm trying to turn into platinum.
And what is he giving you in exchange?
Nothing.
That's a terrible trade on his part.
Not if he doesn't know about it.
Well, she said that, like any good merchant, they have a thing that they both want. I'm trying to figure out what he's getting out of this deal.
Well, no.
Mm-mm. It's not what she said.
Oh, that's all I heard.
Madam, and I'll try and step up in front of everyone.
Okay.
This is both a tactical ploy and a ruse, using my words to make sure that I'm in the front.
Yep.
Gonna whisper in his ear, talk about your book.
Just out of curiosity, if someone was to take this copper piece that you were working to improve upon and build upon, what would your reaction be?
It'd be a couple of months wasted.
Correct.
Start. Give me a self check.
And what does that couple of months' time mean to you?
Just not too much.
Well, you see, I merely have a few hours and some money invested into Marta's future, and you cut my investment short very early.
Oh, my apologies for that. Would you like compensation?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I would.
I agree with what he said. Compensation.
And
I don't believe
to
we are speaking in the same terms, though, madam.
Are we not? We're talking about gold, right?
say we're talking about currency.
Yes.
We just view the currencies differently. And also, if you could please tell your friend to stop moving away so much, that would be deeply appreciated.
Who?
As her eyes stare directly at you, Corvus.
Unfortunately, I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about, because when I turn around and look, I don't fucking see him. So...
I don't see him either.
So, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Continue my stroll to cover
Huh?
and lift a single finger as I continue my stroll toward the alley.
Oh, Corvus!
What the fuck?
I didn't see you. I didn't see you sneak over there.
He blew my basic. I think he crit succeeded against my basic perception. He was fucking invisible as far as I was concerned.
Well, I guess it cannot be helped. Everyone roll initiative.
There we go.
Okay, so she's within line of sight of me. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, she's on top of the building.
Okay, so
I'm gonna battle cry because I don't know. She's threatening me.
so just for this, I do not have a map of just like generic city street, and I apologize for that. So what I do have a map, but just pretend y'all are in a city street.
Okay.
Okay.
Imagination.
Imagination for Pathfinder is weird, I know, but just bear with me, guys.
I will manage.
Thank y'all.
Hey, wait a
I mean,
minute. This isn't a
it's-
city street.
Oh God, my immersion is broken.
What the fuck?
I hate rolling this roll so much, so you know.
Oh,
You start the thing.
There it goes.
I'm used to my wisdom characters, so
Yes.
I rolled stealth because I was being sneaky.
correct. Absolutely.
Unsuccessfully sneaky.
unsuccessfully sneaky.
Sneaky nonetheless.
What did Tremley get? 21.
Yeah, I
We'll
love
just roll
roll
that real
twos.
quick.
She is here, right?
Huh?
She is here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on the map.
If you don't agree, you can fuck off.
And intimidation. That's for battle cry.
And what does it do again? Sorry.
It's
It's been like a month since we've actually fought something, so I don't remember.
It's been a
it's
minute. yeah.
against her will DC.
Okay. She passes.
She passes.
Yes.
I don't think it does anything if she passes. Oh, it's called Demoralize.
And she is up on top of a building, correct?
No. She is on top of the mount,
Okay.
on top of the horse. Yeah, she
Oh.
is mounted right now.
Okay. She is
I mean, I knew she was mounted. I thought she was mounted and on top of a building.
Okay, so I failed then?
Yes.
Okay. If I fail, then nothing happens.
Okay. All right, and begin encounter.
Where in the hell?
She's way the hell over there. We were screaming at each other.
That wasn't that far.
She's 80 feet away from me.
I mean, in combat, it seems like a ways, but it's not that far.
And
All right, Mia, you are up first. Oh, well, that's fun. I don't know if y'all can see that on the encounter tracker, where it gives like the threat and the XP award. That's neat.
The what?
Yeah, I don't see none of that.
Oh, okay. That's a DM thing. That's fun.
No, but I can. What is nifty is I can like ping the token straight from the initiative tracker.
Yep, and target.
Nice.
And
I gotta read the instruction manual for my rifle real quick.
Okay.
it also shows that there's some buffs, but it doesn't say what they are.
Interesting.
So, also just to let you know, pretty much whenever she did say that, like there was always kind of like this smoke like lingering around the hooves of this horse.
Mhm.
But pretty much once she did that and realized that y'all are going to be engaged, her and the horse, just the smoke just like almost enveloped and like billowed outwards from the horse. And her and the horse are actually a bit difficult to see.
Not for me, they are not.
Can you
That's
see
better.
through concealment?
I can see through smoke concealment, anything involving smoke.
I might be able to. Give me a second.
Unless it's some sort of magic shit fuckery smoke. I have. Where's it at? I might have to look it up on the phone. I don't know if I actually put it on here.
Trying to remember where.
Yeah, there it is.
Where my shit would be at.
Yes, if they are concealed only by smoke or fire, they are not concealed from me.
Nice. Yeah, that absolutely applies.
I am.
Can we unpause?
I am going to
Oh,
defer.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, I had to pause. My bad.
I'm going to defer to. I'm going to defer to last.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I cannot see through concealed. Things that are invisible are considered concealed to me.
I got you. Okay. So, for her turn, she is going to, well, Corvus is really kind of the only person who can see this. Well, can see it clearly. But you see her pretty much like hit the haunches of the horse twice. And it just charges at y'all. And it goes to pretty much like brace wide and just literally just full gallop goes through y'all. And pretty much ends here.
I would like
exciting.
I would like if we could just one change of this combat formation was I
Okay.
intentionally did put myself in front
You
of the
did.
party. If that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I would have been off to the side, depending on how close I made it to the alley before.
Well, then you
the
made
action
about
started.
5 feet, and then she's like, "I got you."
So I would have been more likely either here or here, and I'll let you decide which.
No, I'll let you pick.
I would have tried to be center line.
It just kind of.
Boris would have been in front of me as well. So, like, there.
Can you not move Boris?
I can. I
There
was
you
on the
go.
wrong.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So.
Well, it doesn't affect it because it has insane movement.
Right.
So
Correct. I didn't think it would. I was just.
You can fuck off.
its ending position is slightly different, but that's fine. So
2.
I need everybody to give me a basic reflex save, please.
Where is that?
Hand.
And
And
It's not hand.
No, it's not.
It's on the left
It's
side.
on the left side.
it's on the left side.
Sorry. I just like saying
Someone
hand.
said hand, so I was like, "Yeah." Oh,
Is
it
it
was a hero
is
point.
it does it have anything to do with sound?
no,
Okay.
Does that have anything to do with fire?
yes.
Cool.
Okay, so Corvus and Tremlet, y'all fail. Halathiel and Mia, y'all succeed. I need one for Boris too.
Oh, right. Boris is here. If it's fire, he's fireproof.
Oh, he's immune.
Yes, he's immune to
Okay.
fire. He's a fire leopard.
Okay, then he would take no damage from this. So, Corvus, Tremlet, y'all are going to take full damage from this.
Yep.
Halathiel, Mia, y'all are taking half. $24 fire damage.
Rude.
Can you apply that to
Alright.
me and see if it takes my resistance into account automatically, just out of curiosity?
Yes.
I am going to get fire resistance 10.
It does.
It does. Nice.
Nice.
Halathiel.
How are you getting fire resistance 10?
I have
He's
a
gonna
cantrip
use
called
Eat
Eat
Fire.
Fire.
Is it a reaction?
It is a
Yep.
reaction.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Triggered by you would take fire damage.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Nice.
I also
So
have
I'll take
resistance 5.
4.
Huh? What?
I have resistance 5, but I added it into the
Okay,
Same.
so you're.
Ifrit.
Mine's just from dealing with explosive equipment a lot. I burned myself a lot in the lab, you know.
I deal with explosions from the circus. I got
Yeah,
used to eating
I
fire.
got used to fucking just, dude. My druid had that. It was so good.
And now I've got smoke coming out of my mouth
Because you ate fire.
because I ate fire and I got to belch it.
Hold on. Let me roll a d6. See who she's attacking, because she's in range of all three people.
She is on top of the horse, correct? So
Correct.
technically within my reach.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2 Tremlet, 3, 4 Halathiel, 5, 6 Mia. 6.
Great.
I'm sorry.
Love that. It's fine. I get to kill you tomorrow. It'll be okay.
Fair, fair enough. Just really don't want to hit this button. Does a 31 hit?
31 does hit.
Okay.
Damn, nature, you scary.
So take 22 slashing and 3 spirit damage.
22 and 3.
Yep, 22 slashing and 3 spirit.
Okay.
Ugh.
I also need you to give me a fort save.
You do have a bonus hero point given by our beautiful chat
Oh,
room.
it's 34 damage total. Sorry, I think I'm. Oh, it didn't add the. I guess it didn't add
Her
the bonus
modifier.
damage.
Her modifier for the physical damage. It was 31 slashing. And 3 spirit. Which spirit doesn't hurt you if you are something?
Dead?
No. Isn't spirit one of the new words for...
It is a new damage type.
I think it's... It doesn't... I'm sorry, I can't Google stuff running the stream.
I can. But you know what helps? When I learn how to spell correctly.
I struggle with that every day.
Spirit fingers.
Yeah, that technically qualifies as spirit fingers.
She did do
She-
things
she-
with spirit and her fingers.
Yeah.
When our healer starts screaming for a medic
I
with
know.
issues.
I know void is
The void replaced negative.
negative.
See?
I need to make me a chart.
I'm about to go run and grab my rule book. Pretty sure I can find it faster.
It's not. It shouldn't be in any of your. Oh, you did buy purchase.
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah, I got them now.
You did purchase.
It's like you hear that, Pathfinder. We're legit.
Oh, I figured out how to do it without messing up the stream.
I can see your Google.
Can damage target, protecting the consciousness and possess creature.
I say spirit should affect anything with a soul,
Yeah.
if I remember right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a living
It
person,
doesn't.
so
Yes,
therefore
it does
hurts.
not. It does not harm constructs or probably undead. Certain
So-
undead.
Yeah, soulless undead.
Your fort save.
My fortune, please.
Oh Christ.
You did get the extra hero point.
I'll be okay for a minute. I'm might need that hero point.
Okay. You're drained 2.
Oh, good. That's good.
Are you going to add it?
Yeah, I've got the drained.
Okay.
Rude.
No.
But it did it right. Drain 2.
And then it went down to 50. There. No, I put it on and then took it off and then put it back on, so it decreased my HP 4 times instead of the 2.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, no, we're not that low. Like, that hurt the baby, but it didn't hurt the baby that much. Okay.
okay.
I'm
That is
fine.
that is it for her turn. Corvus, you're up. At the start of your turn, give me a fort save.
You know, I had a plan.
Does she smell funny?
It's the smoke. Corvus, you are sickened 2
That's a lot of
from inhaling the smoke.
What does Sicken do? I don't remember.
Here, I will add it to your thing, and it'll kind of auto calculate all the bad things that happens with it. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what all mods you've gotten for this, but they are.
Very little.
Foundry is like really stepped it up on Pathfinder.
Actually, you want to know how many mods I have for this? For the Pathfinder just core for
Huh.
this? The maps. That's it. Everything else is just is Foundry 2E. Yeah.
Does Sicken go
Very
down by
nice.
itself? How does that work?
It'll go down by 1. Let's see. Let's see, you can't spend a single action and attempt to recover, which lets you do a fort save against the DC again, and you can lower it by 1. 2 if you get a critical success.
If it clears up over time, I'll just wait. Clears up over time. For now, though, I'm going to use one shot.
Let's say that. Okay, yeah, and it by itself, it will go down by 1 a round.
Okay. Oh, we'll just wait it out.
Okay.
All right, one shot, one kill. Pew.
Pew pew.
Eh.
Who are you aiming at?
Her.
Okay.
You have 1 hero
An
point
extra
by
hero
chat.
point.
Yeah, I'm guessing that didn't hit, so I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Tis gone. Tis better.
That is also a miss.
Oh, but slightly.
Okay. I'm going to. Okay, so since this map is not exactly accurate, is this here, or are we like in a?
Yeah. We'll say like that alley, like pretty much between this bush and the field. That's your alley.
Okay, I'm going to running reload into this alley, but however far I need to be to where I can still see her, but I'm out of the smoke.
Yeah, once again, and because the alley's about 10 more feet away, because I said about 15, 20, so I'll just kind of give you the 15 part of it. So yeah, the alley would be like right here.
Okay, so essentially, like I'm guessing I'm up. The idea is keep her in sight, but kind of be up against the building to get a little bit of cover from the building, ideally, while still being able to, actually shoot her. So that was a free shot and then a running reload. So I'm going to lower my grip to one-handed, and I'm going to free action pull out my smoke bomb. And then with my second actual action, I'm going to drop the smoke bomb at my feet.
I say,
Activate
how are
it.
you able to get a free shot?
One shot, one kill is free. My first shot of every round is free. It also does bonus damage if I actually fucking hit with it, but... Oh no, the draw is free. Well, either way, I still have enough actions to get the smoke bomb out. It's just third action.
Okay, I was like, I feel like that's not
Running
right.
reload.
I feel like that's just way too powerful.
Free draw, free
the draw.
shot.
In my defense, it's been like 4 rounds.
It has.
Been in a fight, so...
Yeah, no, it was one of those like. I mean, I don't want to call you a liar. I just feel like that's way too powerful right now.
No, I mean I'm not. Yeah, by all means, keep track of it because it's been like 4 sessions since we've even been in a fight. So, actually, have we been in a fight since we've been back?
No,
we have
no,
not.
and we have
It's
shopping.
been like
we have
4 months since I've actually fired this weapon.
It's been a while because we had a shopping episode right before we went on break. We've had. It's been a while.
So then shoot, reload, smoke bomb. Drawing it as a free action. Drawing the weapon and drawing the smoke bomb as a free action. So that was my last action. But I'm in smoke now.
I also have smoke.
How far out does your smoke go?
Only right around me.
Yeah,
just
it's like
squares right around my character, so y'all are good.
Okay.
Yeah, there you would not be in the smoke.
Perfect.
Right.
On the edge of your smoke.
Yeah, as long as your character's not right next to mine, you won't be in it.
he might want to get at it.
You will be K. All right. That was your turn, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. Greater Nightmare. She is still riding it, so it still is acting on her initiative. Trimlet.
Okay. Trimlet already has sword drawn. He looks at her and he says, You have gathered too many souls in this area, too many young lives gone before their time. And as he's saying this, the gears in his eyes start sparking and spinning as he activates overdrive.
I dive for the ground.
That should be under actions, actually. Overdrive. All right. Sorry, it's been a while. I gotta remember some of this myself. Attempt a crafting check that has a standard DC. Let's go ahead and do that. 24. What is my standard DC?
So,
It's a
apparently
failure.
27.
I'm going to use my hero point. All right.
Hey,
Success. There we go. On success, the effect is adding adding power to your attacks as critical success, except the additional damage is equal to half your intelligence modifier. So, on critical success, your strikes deal an additional damage equal to your intelligence modifier for 1 minute. So it's half my intelligence modifier. Cool. Got it. Then, for my second action, I'm going to go ahead and do a
Science is interesting.
handed.
Don't agree, you can fuck off.
Okay. I'm trying to decide whether I want to go for the Megaton Strike or if I just want to make 2 attacks. I'm gonna go with the Megaton. I'm gonna go with the Megaton Strike. All right, Megaton Strike incoming. Huzzah!
now, were you aiming at the horse or her?
The horse.
The horse, okay.
First, sorry, before any of that, because
Okay.
I have to roll a flat 5 to even see if I can hit them.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yes, you do. I'll say the swing, I'll say concealment is not an issue. Unfortunately, that is still a miss.
Okay, fair enough. That was all 3 actions. I am complete.
All right. Halathiel.
If we can get some
Okay.
dice rolls on our side, we might be okay.
Mia, you've got another hero point from chat.
Yeah, you are
Thanks.
at 2 now.
Okay,
Fantastic.
so first, lingering composition, which I have to do a performance check against my class DC.
Ooh, that might be kind of close, actually.
That is technically a fail.
So you have
But I did get a hero
shit.
point from Gamma. Might try it again.
Bam. You got a villain point, bud.
He's
Thanks.
got a villain point. I'm gonna go ahead and use it and re-roll that performance check.
I'll say she's worthy of a villain point.
All right, so I passed. Lingering composition is in effect for 3 rounds. So we are going to inspire courage. When I find it, it's hidden in here somewhere. There it is. All right, everyone get inspired. And then I'm going to do this even though I feel like I should be running away, but I am going to cast another spell. I am going to cast the spell Tortoise in the Hair. My target enemy is the hag. My target ally is Corvus.
Okay.
She needs to make a fortitude save.
Okay.
That is a success. So she has slowed 1 for 1 round, and the other target is affected.
So she is slowed 1?
Yes, for
Yes,
1
slowed
round.
1.
Do you round up or down in this system for half?
Always round down.
And since I did not give Boris a command, he has one action himself, which he's going to use his cat pounce. I think that's what it's called. It's his advanced maneuver. He gets to stride and strike. And he is going to pop right there. And he's going for the horse
Okay.
with a jaw attack. With a
Jersh.
+1 circumstance bonus.
If we could get these dice rolls.
Also, roll a flat d20.
8.
Okay. Also, roll me a fort save as well. See if you get the second. Same with Boris.
Okay. Fort save.
Was I supposed to do a fort save?
Yeah, you as well.
And fort save.
All right. Halathiel, you are fine. Boris is sick and 2. Trimlet, you are fine.
Twinsies.
Let's see. That button. Sickened is way down here.
We literally have the exact same bonus and rolled the exact same thing.
Nice.
That brotherly connection coming in there.
Yes.
Alright.
Which that may. Okay, so my bars to strike -2, so it would have been a 25.
Unfortunately, that is still a miss.
That is us.
All right. Mia, it is your turn.
Okay. This is fine. Mia is going to do. Yes. 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 Mia is going to step.
Okay.
Then she is going to use a charge of her staff.
Oh, at the start of your turn, give me a fort save.
Okay. Do fort. That's not a cute number.
I think you're good though. Yes, you are.
Fantastic. So
No more.
I don't gain any additional issues, correct?
You do not get an
I'm not
additional.
sickened.
No,
I'm
you're
not
not
sickened now.
sickened. No.
Okay, so I'm going to step, and then I'm going to use a charge of my staff
Okay.
to give itself shillelagh.
Okay. Shillelagh.
And that's all 3.
All right. It is her turn. She has slowed 1, so she only gets 2 actions this turn. Oh, dang.
No one feels bad for you.
I feel bad for me.
Nope. Whoever
Oh, that's
whoever
fine.
gave you 2 villain dice feel bad for you, but
That's it.
That's it.
It's very weird that it's not. It's like literally like perfectly avoiding where Corvus is. Cause I know I can hit him in it. Like he's in it right there.
He loves geometry.
Geometry.
Why are you gone over this? He had a whole character based around it, you know?
I am geometry.
Kind of a weird declaration.
Like that hits him. I know it does.
Dice said, or game says no.
Game says no. I'm down with that.
The building's blocking it.
I guess it's going to suck for everyone else then. Way to be selfish there, Corvus.
I regret nothing.
So,
We need someone to live and tell our tales.
Especially
Oh.
mine.
through the smoke and the gloom, you see this like orb of darkness kind of shoot out from above the smoke and pretty much land behind y'all.
At that point, hang on.
Okay,
Does this have concentration in the tag?
it does.
My reaction triggers.
Okay,
So first I need to see if I can hit her. I can.
so I need to go get my flow chart real quick.
You do not.
My counteract
You
flow
do.
chart.
You do not. Not for this
Okay.
one. Because I'm overdriving it.
Oh, okay.
And let me see if I can link it so that you know what's up. I see
I want to
edit.
know what's up.
Okay, do not. Anyways, I'm going to do my unstable check first. I fail it, which is fine. That just means I can't use another unstable action in this combat.
I was like, nothing happens if you critically fail it.
Nothing happens, no.
Okay.
That just means I can't use another unstable action in this combat.
Okay.
But that's okay, because this is what I was saving it for. I make a weapon strike against her.
Okay.
Inspired.
I am inspired. Does that hit?
That does not.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay.
Even though I don't know if I can do better. How much better I can do than that.
It's a 50-50.
Nope.
Oof.
If
Just taking the
if the
regular
attack hits, you disrupt the target, triggering the if the attack hits. But
Damn.
it did not. So yeah, what happens with the orb?
So it goes and pretty much goes, lands, and then explodes, and just this massive impact just hits all of y'all.
Not me.
Yeah, except for Corvus, because I don't fucking know why. It generally confuses me. There's not a save or nothing for nope. It's just kind of is a thing. Well, okay. Oh, that's not that bad. Boris, Tremlet, Halathiel, Mia, all of y'all take 22 points of force damage.
Use the force, Harry.
All right.
You said 22, right?
Yes.
Golly.
What's wrong with
Blew
you?
a resource.
close.
Blew
So
a
close.
resource for that fucking miss. Blew 2 resources.
Well, lady's got some armor class, bruh.
And then slow falls off. And pretty much for the end of her turn, she just says, "You know what you have to give me for this to stop."
You're
Oh,
too
bullet.
ugly.
A bullet to the head. Don't worry, you gonna get it.
Please give her rock back.
I thought y'all wanted to kill her. That's what we're here for.
And so yeah, I'd say if y'all said anything, sorry, I had to plug in my headphones so I couldn't hear.
It's all good. We're monologuing.
Okay, Corvus, you're up.
So sickened goes down by 1, right?
Taking goes down by 1.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a shot. Her stupid bitch face. That's better than I've been rolling.
So 39 with Inspire.
That is a hit.
Yes, 39 with Inspire. I forgot about Inspire.
It's all
My
good.
bad.
It's been a while.
Okay, that's a hit.
That is a hit.
Oh wow, they changed the screen. Okay.
Do stuff. Do big things.
Science is interesting. If you don't
And
agree, you can
that's
fuck off.
calculating everything, or yeah, okay, we're good because I wasn't hidden. So
19.
okay, so yeah, 19 damage. I'm going to change my grip, which I forgot to do and probably should have, but it wasn't a crit, so it didn't matter anyway. And then I'm going to use covered reload and my smoke to reload my gun and hide.
Okay, give me stealth. Okay.
Oh, I was supposed to make those hidden, aren't I?
Yes.
My bad.
That's fine. We'll catch him next time.
I know it's not a lot. Can you add that extra 1 damage?
I did.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't
dear.
worry. I got you.
It's my small
I
contribution.
know. I know.
It's
All
what I'm
right.
here for.
Once again, that thing, the nightmare is still being a horse right now. So moving on. Trimlet, you're up.
Swinging at the horse.
Okay, swing at the horse.
Fuck this horse.
You know, the greater nightmare, whatever.
Fuck him. I'm inspired. My brother's music guides my hand.
As he rolls on that wood, I'm gonna laugh.
Wasn't great, but
It
it was
wasn't
close.
great. Wasn't great. You know what? Hero point. Why not? They keep
Hero point.
they keep spinning them. I'm gonna keep using them. Add that. Roll again. It's worse. How do I have a plus? How do I roll? Gamma! Come back and absorb these terrible dice rolls. What the fuck? I'll make for my third action, because that takes 2. I'm going to make a second attack. -5. Hey. Inspired. Okay.
Inspired.
Add that. Fuck you! Oh, by the way.
Oh.
There you go.
You definitely would have hit.
There's the 20.
You definitely would have hit that one.
So Trimlet's over here, fucking eyes smoking at this point. It's adding to the fucking cloud. Maybe that's why he can't see shit. Maybe he should turn his overdrive off, actually. He grabs that sword. He rises up, fucking clashes against the fucking hoof on that side, throws his trajectory off for the downswing, makes him kind of stick his sword in the ground. And he looks up. And he says, what need do you have of these souls anyway, you witch?
Rude indeed.
By God, he's gonna fucking.
You know what? I'll say I'm going to take DM privilege and respond to that. The same as adventurers. Profit. Halathiel, it's your turn.
I'm on her side now. These poor
Yay!
have been bringing me down.
They're just so
I'm running here.
poor.
Interesting. If you don't agree,
I'm running away.
Okay.
And I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm still debating.
Okay, so one action to run.
Yeah, one extra
To
run.
pull the brave Sir Robin.
The Braves are Robin. You know what? You helped me decide. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
No.
cast Belittling Boast because I'm brave Sir Robin. I'm gonna boast about my magical attack prowess and how shitty hers is.
Uh-huh.
So I gotta try and intimidate her.
Okay.
A 31.
Against our will.
Yeah.
Right.
Will DC.
Fail.
Okay.
Wait, running away is intimidating?
Okay. That's.
I had no idea.
Oh, and the horse too. I forgot. It's all enemies within a 30-foot burst. So he's also gonna be.
Also fail.
Okay. No one is impressed. That's fine. I didn't command Boris, so he's just gonna bite the horse.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly.
First,
All right.
Get the flat check
First
first.
a flat 20.
Yeah, flat 20. This is flat 20. That's fumble. Flat 20. There you go.
Okay. Has a chance of hitting.
Not really. It's got next to no chance of hitting. I say that.
Hey, look at that!
Hey!
Coming in.
Can you roll it now from right there?
Yeah, I tweaked some settings during the break.
Yeah!
Okay.
Oh, we
so,
can see it. The chat can see it.
My teeth for bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. This is piercing. Okay, Gusher. Target takes 1d6 bleed.
Nice.
I'm shocked. I guess I'm gonna push the damage button.
No, I do the 1d6 on my end.
No, I mean I hit it right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, we can click it
Well,
right off
actually
the
hit
card.
critical. You can actually hit the critical button.
Critical button.
That way it'll just roll critical damage.
Okay, there's that, but what is that? There's so many things here.
It's so great. I love it all.
So I can do one
Boris MVP.
circumstance.
This motherfucker.
This is just to add the piercing.
On my next attack roll, can I have Boris roll my dice?
Oh, we can finally add the damage from Inspire Courage in here.
Really?
Yes,
Nice.
you just at the very bottom you put one circumstance and switch it to whatever your main ability is, and you hit add, and it adds circumstance bonus plus 1 damage.
Nice.
All right, here goes. Ah. Okay, so there is 8 fire. I'm assuming this creature has the same benefit as leopard.
Yeah, he doesn't really care about fire.
So 28 piercing damage plus the 1d6 bleed.
Yeah, then 1d6 bleed's already gonna be
Hit the damage button and see if you can apply it now. See if they fix that.
Yeah, just see if it goes straight to him.
See if they fix
should.
that. You have them targeted?
I do not.
All right.
I can click that, and let's just do.
And hit damage.
Nope. Still goes to the fiery leopard. So,
It did.
yeah.
That's
Vam's still going to have to do that.
weird.
Yeah, I'll do it. That is fine.
Okay. And then I hit the rewind button and say, no, he didn't actually take 28 points of damage. Okay, that's me. I did something.
Good job.
Poor Tremlet's over there frustrated, and Boris is just hanging onto the haunch of the horse.
Hey, he is having a glorious battle, okay?
Mia.
Tremlet is... Vicious is frustrated. Tremlet's fine. He's keeping his cool. The chat keeps feeding me.
Feed him.
So we just want him to get that in one hit.
We are hell. I don't want to, but I need to. does this button do? Ooh. Okay. Well, you know,
Trying to spirit bomb us again?
it be what
Yeah.
it be. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how to get rid of it now. Oh, God, and it's flung my map over. Hold on. I'm stuck. There we go. It flung my map off to the side. I lost us. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, stop. Reopen my character sheet. Scroll. Let us see. Doop doop. What's this? No. This. No. Okay. Yeah. So. Are going to. Yeah. We're gonna cast heal at the 3rd level, or at the
Okay.
not at the 3rd level. We're casting a 5th level heal
For
3
3
actions.
actions.
Okay.
I understood what you meant.
Kamea burst.
The whoop whoop.
Orcish superiority.
Cast. We are. Stop, you damn thing! Stop it! Oh my God! Stop.
Baby, are you okay?
No. Ever since I had that AOE marker, every time I move my mouse, it flings my map around. We are going to heal. We are going to. I don't think. Oh, I did. I couldn't remember if I fixed this or not, but I did. Okay. Glad I casted at 5th level. I needed all of that. And then I don't know if she or the nightmare count as an undead creature. I don't imagine, but I don't know. But if so, she needs to make a fort save. If she or the nightmare are undead.
Was I in range of that healing or no?
Why did the greater nightmare
are.
heal?
It heals all creatures.
Because it heals everything.
It heals all creatures.
Yeah, unless it's
Oh.
undead, in which case
There is a feat you can get to
Keep it from doing that.
selectively heal with a
selectively
burst.
heal. But yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
a greater nightmare is not an undead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Those
I
are
assumed
very
either
angry
one of them
horse.
were undead, but I had choices to make, and that is the choice I made.
That's fair.
That's still a net gain on healing for us. I mean, we
Yeah,
haven't really heard
I mean,
we've guessed, so
it was. I feel like that was a appropriate trade off.
Seeing as how we haven't been able to hit the hag
Yeah,
yet,
we hadn't been able to
and we
hit that
barely-
bitch anyway.
barely done anything to the horse. Just reset the table. Yeah.
He's still bleeding.
He is still bleeding. All right. That was Mia's turn. So, the night hag is going to go and look over at you, Corvus, and smile.
Mia's going to say, maybe we should just give her back a rock.
And she goes and lifts up her hand, points it towards you, and this faint, like blue, like line kind of appears on her palm and shoots towards you.
Is that a ranged attack?
Got lasers.
It is going to be a ranged attack.
Counter attack. You go ahead and attack, but I am going to.
What was the spell? She's doing a spell. I don't know if it triggers
If
like that.
if she's rolling an attack against me at
It's
range,
not. It's not a roll. You need to make a fort save.
Does it have concentration in it?
It does.
Okay, I get my woo woo, but I can't.
You get
I can't. I know because it
Oh.
it
You
requires.
can't unstable.
I can't unstable to make it interrupt,
okay.
so it goes off. Which I've already failed my unstable this go round. So
no, I wouldn't say it triggers then. So no, you're good. It's a what save?
fort save. That is a fail.
Ooh, that's insta death. Sorry,
I'm
reading
okay with
chat. Instant bikini wax spell. That just means you die, right?
Gamma summon Dark Magician. We win. All right.
Oh shit.
Yes, but then it was countered by the instant bikini wax.
Oh yeah.
Corvus. Take 67 spirit damage.
That's not okay.
Gross.
He doesn't have a soul. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm sorry. It's not spirit. It's force. My apologies. Force damage. Still the same number though.
Okay.
I thought I said you don't take it twice.
No, I had to do math.
All right. I do get my attack. Because it's concentration. I do get still swing at her.
Okay.
I don't get to interrupt it, but I do get to attack her.
Boop it.
Those are words.
That's not what I wanted. It's not a Megaton Strike. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, look at you.
Ooh.
You getting spicy.
Mm-hmm. Spicy.
You say that's a hit.
Yes. Where is circumstances on this damaging thing? It's not Megaton Strike. It's not unstable. None of that. Circumstance. Not that. God dang it. Okay, well, it says acid, but it's actually slashing.
Clumsy one.
Clumsy one. And boom. And is cold steel and silver, if that matters. And then my critical card for slashing.
I'll say it's clumsy
Clumsy
one.
one.
And 5 foot penalty to land speed.
Yes.
And
Which, I mean, she's mounted right now, so.
I don't see where it added my +1.
Did you add plus?
Circumstance?
Yeah, I don't see it either. It didn't.
I will add it in.
And two more. And 2 more for my overdrive.
So 3 total?
So 3 more total. So
Okay.
57. Unless she has resistance to electricity or sonic or slashing.
Oh, wait, and also she needs to do a fort save because
Yeah.
thundering.
Thundering as it claps in her face. Or sorry, her
She is
tendon.
fine.
All right.
And then another 3.
Well, she was weak against something that I did. I'm not sure.
Yep.
It's like something did something.
Something triggered that effect.
Not sure if it was electric or cold steel or silver or sonic, but something.
I was concealed. Would that matter for the spell attack?
No, oh no, she saw you.
Gotcha.
But he is
So
also concealed by smoke.
concealment doesn't do anything.
She would have had to
What was
roll
it?
a flat 20 to
Yeah.
target him.
Because I'm concealed but not hidden. Am I remembering that wrong?
Correct.
No,
That's a
she
lot
still
of
got
shit.
it.
Yeah. Even concealed is you roll a flat d20, and as long as you get a 5 or better,
5 or better.
you can still
Gotcha.
target.
Yeah, I forgot to bring it up, but it's a lot to keep track of.
It's okay. You get to keep your hole.
And
I'm not too
for
worried about
the third action, the nightmare is going to stomp on Boris.
Okay.
So it's going to go and make its hoof strike. So that is a 36 to hit.
That's technically a crit.
Yes. So the critical for this bludgeoning attack is split open. The target takes 1d6 bleed.
Fair enough.
So, it just takes 1 extra bleed damage.
I thought I'd take that at the end of.
You do.
Well, it's not persistent.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
It was just a one-time boom hit.
Gotcha. So it takes 1 for that.
And now for the crit. That is a lot of numbers.
Oh, good. That's what we want to hear.
Ignore any fire.
Yeah. And that's really nice. You can like toggle off the stuff that doesn't matter. Like I can toggle off, don't worry about fire. I just want to put it into the calculation. That's nice. For a total of 36 bludgeoning and spirit damage.
So the total's 36.
The total is 36.
Okay. Let me whip out my calculator.
I can just do it.
Just do it then. I've already adjusted for the 1 bleed.
Yeah, I give consent for you to apply all damage to me.
Okay,
Don't like math.
I don't like math.
fair enough. All right, and that is it for her. Corvus, you are up.
Okie dokie.
I forgot.
Remove that.
That went down 1. Don't forget to drop your second.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, second.
I will use gravity weapon for my first action.
Okay,
And shoot with my second action.
who are you shooting at?
Already know.
A horse?
Girl. Laser focus.
Old girl up there.
Old
That's
girl
as a hit.
there.
Well, first roll a d20. See if you
Starting
hit her.
starting to think we should
Oh,
focus.
no, concealment doesn't matter
Nope.
to you.
Concealment doesn't matter to him.
That is a hit.
Starting to think we should focus down old girl anyway, so Halathiel can get a new pet.
That would be
Okay,
awesome.
1 second. Alright, and then +6 to that because of gravity weapon. So
All right.
18 more.
And +1 for Inspire.
True. Also, yeah, I didn't add that, so that would have been a 36 on accuracy. I keep forgetting to turn that on. That's my bad.
Well, I know it's not a crit because 26 missed. So Harms.
And I will, I guess, do a covered reload again.
Okay.
Is it private GM or blind GM?
Blind. Okay.
Yep, that's all for me.
Okay. How much does he take?
I don't think it was ever rolled, but it was 1d6 bleed damage.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of surprised it just did. I thought it would have rolled it for me. So
No, he would have had to roll it through the crit card.
Well, I was talking about like the persistent bleed. I'd just be like, okay, you bled, and
Yeah, at one point in time, he had it set up to automatic where it would just bleed you.
Yeah. Well, you can still do that. You just add it through condition.
I
And
have it,
got
I
it
have
as
it
a
as a
condition.
condition.
what happens at the end of his turn? So.
Okay, no, you hit the roll button, and
Okay.
that's what you do. So.
I mean, I like the 5.
I will keep the 5, but I'm giving him back his 4. Oh, actually, it didn't count it. Okay, cool. Then roll recovery. Okay, and it recovers.
Gross. All right,
All right,
Tremble,
Tremble.
make it bleed again.
Tremble's starting to think he had better luck against the hag at this point. Do I? I'm going to go with my gut here. I'm going to switch to the hag. My reaction worked out better against her. And I think I pissed her off anyway, so I'm trying to
keep that focus.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. I don't see that hoe.
Just
Does that count for every action? Or is that
every
just
swing?
every swing? So
so every swing he's got to reroll.
So I
it again.
declare do I declare that I'm targeting her and then make the check and I can't target her anymore, or do I declare my swing at her and then that swing automatically fails? And then I declare another swing and I get to do another check. Like, what's the actual logistics of that? Do I get to swing again? That's what I'm saying. I will be straight up. That would have been a Megaton strike, which means if that's consumed,
I would say that part would be consumed, like that. It would be a Megaton strike, and it's
just consumed before it goes off.
Yeah,
but I can still make my second.
Roll for it.
I can still make my second attack at the -5.
Yeah, because you still know the general area where she's at.
Okay. So my second attack will go off. And I will be at a -5. I did not do my. I was trying to use my macro, but that would have been a +1 to hit, so it would have been a 28.
Still a miss.
Okay. And that will be my turn.
All right. Palathio, you are up.
All right. First action, going to cast shield.
Okay.
And
Sorry, my dog's begging for water. I'll be right back.
It'll give me +1 circumstance to my ace. Second action, I am going to cast Biting Words at the hag.
Okay.
Okay. Attack with a +1 circumstance bonus.
Fortunately, that is a miss.
Not a problem. It still stays up for another 2. Duration's 1 minute. Cast a spell, you can repeat the attack once each of your subsequent turns, taking a single action. After your third attack total, the spell ends. Alright, so that's it for me. Boris, is going to take his one freebie action where he tried and strike. He is going to basically zip around his horse.
Okay.
And I don't know if flanking is going to work or not. That goes away. I don't know if it's going to make the horse flat-footed or whatnot, but I'm going to jaw attack.
It can't.
Huh?
It can't.
The
It
horse
only
can't
gets
be
one
flat.
action.
No, stride and strike is his signature
Oh.
ability.
No, I missed that part. I just heard he's going to zip under the horse.
Yeah,
And
he's
that was
got
it. So I just thought he was just moved. And I'm like, oh, it's like, no, he
His-
can't attack. He moved.
his special maneuver is stride and strike. He gets one action. He can move and strike.
Yeah, yes. Sorry. Once again, I didn't hear the
No
stride
problem.
and strike. I just heard stride.
For whatever
Was like,
reason,
okay.
we live in Louisiana and it's 70 degrees, so I got my fan on because it's hot in this room. But I don't know if he's going to be flat-footed. Just let me know.
Yeah, no, flanking does happen because it is still a straight line.
Okay. So that's 36 to hit.
That is a hit.
That is a hit. All right. Cat precision deals a 1d4. Oh, I guess technically it's considered off guard now.
Yes.
Okay. So it'll deal 1 extra d4 precision damage. There's that. That label is going to be special 1d4 precision. I don't even see precision on here. I guess that's piercing,
Nope.
because I don't see precision as a damage type. Acid, bleed, bludgeon, cold, electricity, fire, piercing, poison, slashing, sonic, spirit, untyped, vitality, and void.
You're still untyped.
Untyped it is.
Well, I'll say for the purpose of this, it is okay.
Oh, it's already got it on there. Okay, that's nice. Add that. Yep. That. And then 1 circumstance. Piercing. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the fire parts. You didn't add it. You bugger. Goes. All right. Finally rolling. There it is. 15
There it
points
is.
of damage. Ugh.
All right.
Yeah, and that's us.
Mia, you are up.
Okay. Is going to Mia is going to cast Petal Storm.
Okay.
Okay. So nothing happens yet. It is just there. The
It's just going.
twirling dervish of razor sharp petals.
All right.
And then you scroll back up here. And then she is going to. That is 2 actions. That is for next round. Oh, and then she's going to move.
Okay.
That's what she was doing.
Run away.
She is going to move. Oof. Here.
Okay.
Just there.
All right. And
That's
that
me.
is it.
Yep.
All right. So, start of her turn. She needs to make a reflex save.
I need that reflex.
33.
Is a success, so she takes half because it's basic.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a shit roll for 2d10. Rude.
Geometry.
Geometry.
Sorry. First time actually placing a cone, I'm like, okay, but now how do I turn this?
Gross. I think we get the idea. We're all dead.
We're dead per se.
Per se.
Per se.
I'm pretty sure Corvus ain't doing so hot.
Corvus is not doing well.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Just reminds me of that little dog on the bar stool. Everything's fine.
Gotta
This is
believe.
fine.
Look, we're fine. It's okay.
It's okay.
He's fine. I'm fine. Fine.
I want to say, Bud, that you. Never mind. Thought I do. I don't know.
I don't have one at that level.
It says double click.
Collapse.
Rotate is shift and scroll,
Thank you.
or control and scroll.
Okay, thanks.
Look, Corvus is not touched.
No, he is.
That's rude.
He has to be this time.
He has to be. Like,
Oh, it's just bending it around him. If you move him over, is it just that his token is over the entire square?
Yes.
yes.
That is what it is. The token is
Oh,
covers
okay, so
the entire
one, you
square.
did get hit with that burst, but whatever. That's been like a year ago.
Yeah, that happened last year.
Okay, so once again, you see that that dark orb appear in her hand again, but instead of her like tossing it up and exploding, she just claps her hands and it just shoots out and away.
That's cute.
I'm gonna cast Eat Force.
Uh-huh.
It's not gonna do anything, but I'm gonna open my mouth.
So, once again, I need Trimlet, Mia, Halathiel, and Corvus.
I'm going to opt out. Thank you, though.
Natsu did
okay.
it.
Oh, no, actually, no, that's the thing. Oh, yeah, that's right. This thing doesn't roll. You just take damage.
It doesn't care about
Or
our
you
feelings.
just eat it.
No, you take it. Oh, it's not that bad. Just 20. Just 20 more force.
I allow you to apply it to me.
Just 20.
Sure, yeah, just apply. Make things easy on my life.
Corvus and I are fine. This is fine.
Corvus, do I need to apply it to you, or did you already do it?
No, I got it. You're good.
Okay.
Is it concentration?
It was last time.
I want to say yes. Yes.
I'm going to take my swing. Roll. Hero point. Add. Roll. At least it's not a critical.
At least it's not a critical miss.
And for the last action,
Rude.
Corvus, you no longer have line of sight.
Okie dokie.
Granted, I know she's not there. She's more like here, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the horse is her. I just have her on there so y'all can target her.
That's fair.
All right, and that's her turn. Corvus, you are up.
Okay. I guess I will spend an action to move. I don't really know where the edge of the building is, but I don't guess it matters.
Yeah,
anyway.
pretty much like where Halathiel was. Would be fine.
Well, the smoke hasn't done fuck all for me anyway, so I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna step out and shoot her.
But in all fairness, she's been doing a lot of indirect stuff except for that one time. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Yeah, I'm not gonna re-roll. I'm just gonna running, reload, and backstep into the smoke.
Okay.
Alright, that's my turn.
These rolls, man.
Yeah, I'm about done with it.
You don't like that 6 that you rolled, man? You don't like that?
You don't like that?
Could have used a hero point.
Oh man, all the hero points are gone from dealing with these low rolls.
That's a low damage attack. The most I would have, maybe would have got 20 damage, even if it would have hit. So save it in case something else lines up.
Don't run, bitch. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Damn you, Trimlet.
What?
Nothing.
I'm actually mostly okay.
I wasn't trying to heal you.
I can still move.
You're
here.
fine.
I got 40 movement.
You're fine.
I got.
You're fine. It wasn't a heal thing. I was just.
Okay.
I was trying to touch you.
Megaton strike. See if I see her. I do.
You do see her?
Turn on my Megaton. Go for my swing. Add my +1 for. Am I still in inspired courage range?
You are still in inspire courage range.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
He is very excited.
Sorry.
Finally,
Critical.
give some of that sickened back.
+1. Circumstance. Slashing. Add. Blah 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 blah.
Oh,
Nice.
Let's see if it'll work. It does not. That would kill me. I'm not doing that.
Hold up. I got you. I got you.
And crit card says sicken 1.
because of your glory.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, it's called glory.
Glory. Oh, sorry. 2 more damage from my overclock. I could have added it. I apologize. I forgot to. That is my whole turn, so you can continue on, but I will look at and see what type of damage overdrive damage is.
All right, Halathiel.
Okay. First action, casting Warp Step. So it gives me a 5-foot increase. So it gives me 35, and then I stride twice.
It doesn't say, so I'm assuming it's more just circumstance damage. So 2 more damage.
Okay, so that's 35 there. Is there like another street or alleyway over here?
Yeah, probably about right where that was. We'll say there's one there too.
Okay, I'm basically skirting around this pedal storm, and I'm going into this alley. Her, I think.
Okay.
Yes, right there. I still have one action left, which I'm going to use to do the thing where I keep going with biting words.
Okay. We'll say.
No, it's a spell attack,
Okay.
which I see her.
Yes.
You
All
see
right,
the fuck out of her, actually.
I do. I feel bad that happened because I would have loved it here when I find it again. All right, attack +1 circumstance bonus and crit fail.
Here, punk.
I am burning my last hero point, not giving myself one, taking it away to re-roll that again.
Your
So that's what I was saying. I would rather not seen her.
Yeah. That was also my last bonus hero point. So
All right, so that's a 28
still a miss.
All right.
against the hag. It's not against the horse. Where
So
did
it's-
Boris go?
Aris has to make a reflex save.
Yes, he does. That's what I was getting to, but I don't even know where he's at anymore.
He's right.
He's right here. He's in the.
Oh, I couldn't see him around the tree. Okay.
Oh.
So reflex save for the Boris 36 is
Is
just a
success.
success.
Yes. Why?
So you did 5 damage to Boris. And he is going to do his stride and strike cat special.
Don't say I did it. The pedal storm did it.
To right there. And Boris is still really pissed off at this horse.
Okay.
Let me know if it's off guard.
It is not.
I bet we
Okay.
see what our kids are doing. It sounds like they just destroyed the living room.
That's still a hit
30.
though.
34 to hit, and Damage does not have the precision, does not have the fire, does have 1 circumstance, piercing, and roll. For 16 points of piercing damage.
All right. Mia, you are up.
Okay. Fine. Okay, this still works. Doop, doop, doop. This is fine. She's going to use her first action to reach spell. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So first action, reach spell. Second action, she is going to cast haste on Trimlet.
Okay.
Can I just target him and cast haste? Will it work?
You should be able to.
Well, hold on. I've got to move my map around again. Stop it. There we go. I want to target him. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Hold on. Getting there. Target him. Go here. In there. And I lost it. Haste. Cast. I don't know if it actually worked.
It shows it.
No, I don't know if it actually
Gave you the quickened.
Oh.
But regardless, you have an additional action at the start of each round that you can use only to stride or strike. for the next minute.
There it goes.
There you
Found it.
go. Oh,
That's all three for me.
Found it.
all right. It is her turn. You see her go, and she's actually looking very wounded. Very wounded.
Someone in their megatons.
Fucking eyes fucking spinning, babe. It's an overdrive.
Go and she goes and like pretty much like grabs hold of the nightmare's like around the nightmare's neck, and they both disappear.
Okay. Disappear as in leave or disappear as in go invisible? Because I can tell.
Also, that should have been a
Disappear.
manipulate action, so he should be able to woo-woo. Yes?
No, it's not. Only concentration. Only if it has.
Only concentration for you.
Only concentration for me.
Okay.
It's.
Which it does have.
Oh, it does?
It is. It is a spell.
One more chance.
One more chance.
And it's a horse, not her.
It's the horse, not her. I will target the horse so that we can let Foundry do the work. Is a miss.
So, but no, they like. Even though I know you can see invisibility, they are gone.
They left. Okay. Bastards!
So does this end combat? Or are we still in turn?
This does end combat,
What
Okay.
happened?
and
The horse poofed them, and they're gone.
They left. The hag looked a little hurt. She hugged the horse, and they went. Poof. Disappeared.
I'm going to turn around to the party and go, can we smash her rock now?
You probably should.
We don't. First off, Tremlet's going to be looking everywhere around us, looking for any sign that they might still be in the area.
so you do go and hear, and it's like it's almost like it's whispering in your ear, but it's far away at the same time. But all of y'all are hearing this, so it's not just like just Tremlet thing. Fine. If one mortal soul so important to you, keep it. And that is it. Tremlet, you go, you see where the horse was. You see the hoof print, but there is nothing leading away from it. It just
One mortal soul.
All in favor of breaking the rock.
We don't know what that will do.
So you're a no. That's fine. Anyone else for breaking the rock?
I'm
You
actually
don't.
out of time, so I have to deal. But I don't have any strong feelings one way or the other about the rock, because I'm going to be honest, I have no clue what's going on. So I'm going to toss the rock to Tremlet and sit down and start slapping band-aids on these gaping energy holes I have in my torso. So that's where I'll leave off. If someone would mind healing me at some point at this wrap up, that would be great, because your boy's almost dead. So, but yeah, I actually, I have to dip. So I
all right.
cannot.
Hope everything works out.
Yeah, I will holler a show out later.
I say we hobble to the inn we were originally going to go and patch wounds.
Probably. I mean, truthfully, probably need to. I'm probably going to at least cast one or two more heals just in case we run into trouble on our way back to the inn, because we don't know where she went.
That's fair.
So
I will state to the party that I do have means to see invisible creatures, and neither of them are anywhere within my eyesight.
Is that written in your book somewhere?
What if they planar shifted? What if they can just pop back in?
I mean, I'm not taking that as I'm telling you, there's many possibilities of what just happened, but as far as them being currently present in this plane within my eyesight, they are gone.
Just one more. Just one more.
Okay. I'm also going to walk over to Mia, and I'm going to cast Restoration to get rid of her drained.
We are going to, because we are out of combat. Yes.
Yes.
So we're gonna mosey to about here. I'm going to assume that Corvus is going to come over here so that he can receive healing.
Blood. Yeah. Blood does it just get rid of drain 1?
It gets rid of 2 stages of condition.
Okay.
So it can get rid of up to drain 2.
Okay.
So no longer drained?
Nope.
Wrong way.
Other direction.
We can't afford to go the other direction.
Trust me,
Right.
that's like the sole reason I got this was because of how screwed Drain gave us before. I was like, yes, this is a need.
Well, my God, really? This seems unnecessary. Why am my dice acting like this? How am I going to roll 2s across the board?
Delicious.
What time of night is it?
It was about like 10:30, 11.
I must say 19:45 and 42 seconds according to the world clock.
Fuck.
But yes, I would also like to just go back to the inn. Sleep this off.
Sleep this nightmare off.
I'm okay with the inn. I do believe we should stay together.
I
though.
believe we should sleep in shifts because if one of us starts getting attacked by Night Hag and hopefully there's some sign.
So to the inn.
So, y'all go and make y'all's way over to the Bountiful Harvest.
I thought we were going to the shady one.
That is where we were headed.
We were.
Oh,
headed,
to the shady one?
We were headed
It's
to
Yeah,
the
the
shady
because-
one.
Because some shit happened at the other one.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, Halathiel happened.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
Shut up.
shady.
Okay, so y'all make y'all way to the shoddier end. They do have a room available. It is not a private room.
Well, I
It's
hope
pretty
our
much just-
roommates don't mind blood.
It's pretty much just 4 beds.
okay.
I'm going to use my gift.
What does this do?
I keep talking. I just gotta use the bathroom. But I can hear y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to use my reflection of life, which
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. How'd you do that? I was trying to do
Oh,
that
the little
earlier.
plus, the little symbol next to reflection of life, the little green plus sign thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for us, for every 2 levels, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is fast healing 6 for 1 minute. So in 1 minute's time, that's
I guess I'm gonna
that's
use
60
mine
health.
too. It's gonna heal me to full regardless. So
Yeah,
We're
that'll be.
level 10, aren't we?
Yes, we are level 10.
So it would be 5. Fast healing 5.
Says for every 2 levels you have beyond the 5th. Oh, 5.
Yeah. So 6, 7, 8, 9. We're not at 10, 11 yet.
Yeah.
So
So either way, it's still gonna put me at full. I'm only at like 30.
unfortunately, Boris was not blessed by the crystal. He
Unfortunately,
needs medical treatment.
he needs medical assistance.
I'll say I'm about to put band-aids on his wounds. What is fast healing 3? What does fast healing do?
Essentially, it's 5 every 6 seconds for a minute. So it'd be 5 times 10. So 50.
Helps some. I'm back above half my health.
I'm assuming Corvus would do the same.
Yes.
So would you mind healing
Would
him
you mind
50?
healing Corvus for 50?
And then we will take some time,
Uh,
do some medicine on poor Boris. Use
He
my
got-
veterinarian studies to heal
Right.
Boris.
Look, you're a druid. You should have some knowledge of, animal anatomy, right?
In theory.
you're technically the perfect person for the job.
I mean, I'm more into plants, but
There it
Yes,
is.
See?
obviously my veterinarian skills are not too rusty.
Way better on animals than people.
Hey, those were spells. I, however, don't remember how medicine works.
Oh,
It's-
also, Vam, we'll need to have a discussion after session.
Okay.
Let's see if I can actually post this.
Well, since you did not declare it, I'm assuming you're just going with the DC 15 one.
There you go.
Yeah,
There
I
you go,
didn't declare
Vam. Just so you know what the hell I was doing.
So
Distracting explosion.
So you know I wasn't
Boris
cheating you.
goes for 14.
Oh no, it wasn't that. I was like, I mean, hey, you got something cool.
Okay, since
I know,
we're
I
no
was
longer
just-
on the board, I'm going to have to math this.
Just so you know, that unstable check, that's a flat check.
Nice. That's fun.
Yeah. I have a 3 out of 20. Wait for his put heads. I have a 3 out of 20 chance to be able to use unstable more than once in a combat.
I am going to spend another 10 minutes healing Boris. Because I'm assuming he took more than 14 damage in that whole fight.
Sure did.
So I'm going to spend another... But this time I am going to go for the DC 20 check. Because I kind of forgot it existed the first time. Oh, wait. I'm going to go for the
I think
DC
you do
30.
you do the even bigger one because you're a master.
Yeah, I
healer.
forgot I was a master. I'm going to try for the DC 30 check. I'm going to use a hero point and re-roll that.
So, well, here, just to kind of,
No.
for the sake of it, I will say, after some time,
Oh, never
you
mind.
are able to get everybody up to full.
Okay.
It probably takes about a couple of hours, but
I mean, my own self would take a couple of hours.
so it's probably about midnight by the time you finish.
It's being generous. Thank you,
I'm okay with
benevolent.
generosity.
Thank
No
you,
problem.
benevolent. Thank you, your benevolence.
No problem.
Reasonable. Because I can treat up to 4 with Ward Medic at a time. So, I mean,
Oh, I didn't know you had ward medic.
of course I have Ward Medic. I have all the medics.
I mean,
Super medic.
it's wonderful.
It's very good. Much wow.
Look, I'm shit in combat, but I can heal us.
That's what we need. We got Megaton Strike, and we have one shot, one kill. That's all we need. Oh, and Boris. Can't
Yeah,
forget about
and bars.
Boris is MVP.
This is really our.
I don't know, man. Your Megaton Strikes are on point. Goal.
2 fucking crits.
Two
You do
crits.
realize that technically that was only like 4 rounds of combat.
It was brutal rounds, man.
Five
if
rounds
it
of
wouldn't have
combat.
been for the crits, like I feel like we were meant to lose that. Some lucky crits, man.
Yeah.
And whatever the fuck I had, I still don't know. I'm assuming it was.
I was like, and the oh, I critically failed. Hold on, I'm re-rolling that. Okay, you critically fail anymore.
Also, that's what slowed it down the most was we kept throwing some hero points trying to struggle.
I was like, I love my combats feeling just useless.
You had villain points. She just didn't need them
She didn't need them.
She didn't need them.
because she just hits.
She never failed to check. She always succeeded in hitting us. She never needed to roll or re-roll.
I mean, she's the perfect caster. I love it.
But
Yeah. She
but
was
yeah.
pretty much the counter to anything I could have done. I really doubt I could have feared the Nightmare Horse.
The
And she was just like, I don't care. You're an elf.
the the crits though, and whatever the fuck I
crits.
had that dealt extra damage. I'm thinking it was either cold iron or silver. I'm not sure, but
I honestly think it was your Sonic.
could have been Sonic. Could have been Sonic.
So, as y'all go and get patched up, y'all are going to take turns in shifts.
Yes.
Yes.
So that way we can watch each other sleep.
Okay. Who's up first? What is the
Who's up first for sleeping or for watching?
generally watching?
How I feel is waiting for volunteers.
I'll take first shift.
Corvus isn't here. He don't get a vote. He gets first shift too. Me and Mia can take the
Our
rest.
cameras are fucked, and I just realized that because dirt.
I was kind of wondering. I'm like, either he adapted super quickly, or our cameras are like everyone's got half a face.
Everyone's got half a face.
I don't even have that. I'm a forehead.
All
Well,
Just
right.
technically, you're in 2 places at once.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're also splitting the GM screen too.
Oh, that's fun.
Let's not get started about Vam. He's in 3 cameras. No, 2. He's in 2. Well-
As I should be.
1.5.
Oh, I see. One's got my forehead and one's got my second chin. That's cute.
Well, it's your forehead and my chin.
All right.
And then I have a
let's
forehead
start
at the bottom.
with Corvus.
Fantastic. Truly how we were meant to be seen. This is great. Make this full screen.
So I'll just keep going while Vitch is fixing cameras. So as y'all go and go through y'all's watch and go through everything. Mia.
Yeah.
While you're sleeping, you feel something let go of you. Like it was almost like something was like kind of like just like the very like a thin like twine was like wrapped around you, but it has now just been like pulled free.
Okay.
Um,
Any inkling what this may be symbolic of?
you feel like it's most likely the hag releasing that grip she had.
Okay.
But one thing that was, and that's when you really kind of can tell like how old and how experienced this creature actually was, because you didn't even realize she had that kind of grip on you until it was removed.
Huh. Okay.
So now you can kind of start seeing a little bit easier how other people wouldn't even realize something was wrong with them until it was just they were too far gone.
That's terrifying.
But other than that, the night passes peacefully. And you'll wake up the next day.
Hey, not dead.
Well, at the end of our shift.
Well, me. She loosen her grip on me. I'm joking. Just jokes. I plan. Okay, so
We did this.
morning comes.
Morning comes.
The most important part of the long rest.
So I do believe I will be doing some research today.
Oh, somewhere in the middle of the night while I was, Cersei's just kind of popped into the room.
Okay.
He was in his pet cache and only lasts 8 hours.
Oh yeah.
Surprise wolf.
His surprise wolf. So, if we were sharing with anybody else, they're probably startled that a blood red wolf just popped up out of
No,
nowhere.
I'll say it was just y'all. It was just
Okay.
y'all four. So Tremont, what are you researching?
So after we have breakfast and consult, I'm going to talk to my party and say, hey, I do plan on going to the library today.
Library.
And seeing what I can dig up on hags, especially night hags.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna go and remember.
Speaking of, now
Sorry,
that
I was doing my
have,
daily setup.
now that I have encountered her and been released from her grip, is there anything else that I've managed to draw up in my knowledge of her? Now that I have more experience with her.
I'm gonna become an
Like,
expert
was there
in
anything in
diplomacy.
particular?
Just like anything about
And
the Heartstone and its ties to her life.
I'm gonna become trained
Anything
in
like that?
society.
Not really.
Okay.
Well, as he's telling me he's going to the library, I rummage around through my vast memories and remembered once I was a diplomat and also a socialite.
Okay.
Because of the old elf brain.
Yeah.
I'm going mostly rummaging, looking for hag information, especially night hags, and most especially the heartstones connected to them.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are you
Actually,
going
what?
to be looking
What
for?
diplomacy?
Are you looking at formal research or
Arcana.
more esoteric?
All of the above.
If you had to pick one for today,
Hang on.
I'm going
I
with him,
apologize.
so whatever
Small
he's
child.
not, I'll do.
Hello? Oh.
Okay.
There you go.
There you are. So whatever one he doesn't do, I'll help him research the other because I'm going with him to the library.
Yeah, it just. I feel like it would be more efficient that if you just pick like one thing and just stuck with that one thing for a day instead of splitting your attention. Like,
What
I didn't find nothing in these 2 books. Let me check out these 2 books. Well, there's my day.
Okay, so what was the either or?
Pretty much either formal research or studies, or the more esoteric,
Esoteric.
So whether
Gotcha.
you're reading textbooks or journals.
more or less.
And sorry, it wasn't diplomacy, it was arcana that I was remembering.
Okay.
I don't know why I said diplomacy. Brain.
Myself, more formal.
Okay.
And I'll go esoteric, and also I'm going to try and remember a different language. I don't know what the heck Tholastic and Cthulian is. I don't know why I have those.
Cthulian's a language y'all do not want me to start speaking.
For whatever reason, it's checked on here. I don't know why I checked Cthulian, because I only get one. And Tholastic. I don't know. Some weird happened with my languages.
So if y'all run into something that starts speaking Cthulian, then we
Yeah.
branched off and went a weird way, guys.
Don't know what these hags worship.
I honestly don't even know if there's a language I would know. There's just so many languages. We're going to go with demonic.
Okay.
I remembered how to speak demonic.
All right. Mia, what are you doing today?
What town are we in?
Carrick.
Where does Opera Vandy live?
Carrick.
Going to visit Opera Vandy.
Okay. So,
Do you let us know before you leave?
Probably.
Okay. I was just curious if we know where, like, if everybody know where everybody was at, or if we were.
Yeah, I mean, I
like-
assume that like y'all didn't just wake up and be like,
Bye.
No.
Not even
Yeah,
live,
that's
y'all
like
do it.
it's like at break because we still gotta eat. I mean, like
we don't miss meals when we're actually in a proper place.
So like during breakfast, I'd be like, "Hey, look, I need to. I plan to go to the library to research any information I can on hags and especially night hags and heart gems. Hopefully, I can
Stones.
figure out something that."
That sounds like it'll ease my boredom. I shall accompany.
Trimlet, I feel like you need to write this down.
What?
It's a heart stone.
It's a stone is just a unpolished gem.
No, it's a heart stone.
It's just an unpolished gem. Yeah, I mean, with enough
It's
effort,
not.
it
Okay,
could be.
so-
though.
so, brother, stones have no value. Gems do.
Everything has value, dear brother. You're just looking in the
Your
wrong
books have
places.
no value.
That's not nice.
Don't know how my books got brought into this conversation. Also, that was quite hurtful, brother. And you should read it.
I do apologize. I will go with you to the library, but I doubt I'll find your book there.
Probably because they're all checked out.
Well, I'm gonna head to Opera Vandy's and check in on him because I feel perhaps that the night hag may truly be gone.
I don't
It might be wise to inform him that his wife's a hag.
believe the hag is gone, unfortunately, and I do pray that you keep a watchful eye while you are there. I'm no longer certain that it is the wife or the phrase one mortal soul is weighing heavy on me. I worry that this is a as we know, or as you stated, Mia, that most hags travel in covens. Um,
Oh, you think she went to go get her posse, and we are really screwed?
Possibly. That is a possibility. I don't know. I'm quite perplexed by this situation.
You know what? I'm thinking this library venture is a lot more entertaining than I thought it was going to be, and vital.
I'm
Well,
qui-
so I
And I
mean, but
pull out a pair of spectacles. Let's go,
for
brother.
for a creature that dabbles in souls, I mean, she's not dead.
Who's she
I just
selling them to? Why does Opera Vandy something that is going to be financially beneficial to her? Like
I mean,
okay, so we
maybe
know
because he is a good, despite what you all think, maybe because he's a genuinely good person.
What does a
I
good person have value to a hag?
I imagine in whatever kind of market she deals in, maybe, but the better the soul was that was captured, maybe there's a value correspondence. It would make sense.
although I'm not inclined to paint Opera Vandy as a villain, not quite settled that he is a good person yet for the sheer fact that his books are questionable, um, as our dear Corvus pointed out.
I
Um,
mean, I've known lots of good people who have gotten into a tight spot. And so maybe if what started out as a very bright, shiny soul is becoming tarnished by his desperation.
Could be. He did have that dealings.
I'm just saying, if we don't know how the hag soul market operates, then we have no ability to deduce her motives when it comes to Opera Vandy.
I agree with you 100% in in that case. I'm just not sold that Opera Vandy is a good person. Not sold. I don't believe that he is a bad person, but definitely keep a wary
I
eye.
believe, I believe he is an inherently good person who perhaps has made questionable decisions. I do believe he is an inherently good person. I think driven by desperation and maybe the wear and tear on his soul and his stress levels caused by this night hag and this rash of deaths in the dying land and the people who seem to rely on him to keep this town running that are struggling. And he's got the collective of the farmers thing going on. And I think maybe he's a genuinely good soul that is taking on some tarnish due to wear.
Would you possibly do me one favor?
Do you need me to write down Heartstone so you don't call it a heart gem again?
That would be useful, yes.
No.
Because I keep calling it a Hearthstone too.
I will.
It is a Heartstone.
Okay.
I will take your advisement under consideration. Uh, however, could you please possibly ask him about deals that he may have struck, especially before the first nightmares? Anything that may have seemed uh, just odd. It doesn't. It could have been harmless, but just a wish that he made to a person in a market, possibly. I have no idea. Would you mind? I
I
mean,
would
I
tell
have
you
no
yes.
idea what your line of questioning may have been, but
I will I in the interest of full disclosure to you, Mr. Trimlet, as my assignment, um I will not ask that direct question. However, I will provide some leading information based on other things that we have found and gauge his responses accordingly.
thank you.
And Mia, before you go, I do also have one question I want to ask.
Oh Lord.
Do you think I'm an inherently good person?
Um Sure you are. Sure.
Okay, well then I have a confession to make.
Oh hell.
I just want both of y'all to know, and Corvus, who's here in spirit, I may have signed a contract with the demon and it possessed my body.
And what did you give it?
I mean, the terms were kind of vague, but it's something about my soul.
Sure. The upside, if my theory's correct, the hag shouldn't be after you.
I know, that's one of the very few things I'm okay with this.
I don't know that you would have a high value on that market.
I mean,
No
I don't think
offense.
she can take it.
I don't know. She's taken these other souls by just boogity
No,
boogity
sorry,
into
you're
their
stuck
dreams.
with me.
Oh, so you mean she can't take my soul away from you?
No.
Oh, good. I'm hag proof. Well, I guess she could still kill me.
Oh, that absolutely.
Okay.
She almost killed all of us.
So,
I don't know. All of us seemed. I was okay. Boris got hurt, and I was very concerned for Boris. And Corvus, he took a beam to the chest. And Mia, I was concerned about you. You look like you got it pretty rough too.
that was terrible. However, you said this demon may or may not be inhabiting your body.
Oh, it's definitely there. Sorry, that was actually him talking a minute ago.
I'll say,
but
so are you prepared to confess that that's who you've been speaking to?
Look, I'm going through the stages, okay? I was in denial, and I'm moving to acceptance, okay? I've lived long enough. I've done this before.
Dear brother, why?
Not the
That's who you've been
demon
talking
signing thing, but
why?
why? It seemed like a good idea at the time. I thought I was getting a familiar, and honestly, I don't believe in souls. But this whole hag thing is really throwing me off with faces and gems and junk.
Brother, the Pardue
What?
Foundation, they proved the existence of souls hundreds of years ago.
How many hundreds?
Okay, maybe only a couple. Maybe 150 to
'Cause
200.
I got
somewhere in that
disowned almost at
range.
infant level. I was a
Just
whopping
saying,
80 years old
you
when
should
they kicked me out of the family.
you should write more. Okay, I could have
No,
told you.
I write all the time. Songs, lyrics, epics, poems, and you know
that's
what?
Write
what
a
you do when our
letter.
first druid died. I don't know that, but Alathiel would remember. That's what I was doing when the first druid died.
Exactly.
Writing.
I was writing.
This is
And a
what
druid
writing
died.
gets me.
And a druid died. I don't want my other druid friend to die. Writing is terrible. Why do you think I keep trying to dissuade you from books? They're curses.
It's-
Truly, the most
You are
logical
going to
deduction.
kill our resident druid if you keep up with this writing nonsense you're doing.
It's kind of funny that we both ended up being writers in our own way.
So, I'm going to pay a visit to Opera Vandy.
Please be careful.
And keep a watchful eye on the wife. I'm not 100% sold. She's not involved.
Do I have a thing? I might have a thing. Let me see if I got that thing.
I mean, you've been acting like you've got a thing.
How long does this last? It is sustained. I don't know how long I can sustain it, though. It just says duration sustain. It can only be 60 feet away. Never mind.
You can take one of these. I don't know if it'll do you any good.
Is it
I'm trying to find some
It's a
long
cauterizing
distance
tool.
communication here.
a what?
It's a cauterizing tool.
You speak or make
I
any other
don't-
sound vocally.
I don't
you
think
can
I am
seem to originate from somewhere
equipped
else than 60
to
feet.
utilize that.
No, it's pretty easy. You just, whenever, if something's bleeding, you just press it against it. Big bang
All
boom.
right, so the best I can do from you is turn
Hurts
you
a
into
little,
a bag of
but-
holding.
No, I don't want to be a bag of holding. Thank you, though.
Okay.
I have my own bag of holding. I don't need yours.
Technically, it's the party's bag of holding.
No, I have a bag of holding.
You talking about the one that's on my hip, or you have your own?
I have my own.
Okay.
You guys have seen me use it several times. I've said I go like shoulder deep in my little crossbody satchel.
Oh yeah, crossbody session. Well, that's all I could do for you. I'm sorry, I didn't pick up any long range.
You sure you don't want a cauterizing tool?
spells.
Right. No, I'm good.
How about a
I'm
landmine? I have a few of those.
No,
They may come in handy.
no. I've been blown up by one of those. Thank you.
I have
Oh.
too. That sucked.
Okay.
I'm fine. I can treat my own wounds. I can stitch myself up. Worst comes to worst, I have lots of magical healing. I will be fine.
Where should we meet up at the end of all of our?
Honestly, I'd
If
like to go
nothing else,
back
I've
to the
got a
Bountiful
crossbow.
Harvest where I can get my own room.
I think you might be banned from there.
You think the heat might have died down?
Probably
enough
not.
for the harvest.
I think so. I mean, the hag's already found us, and she's gonna go see Vandy anyway. So
it's true.
Yeah, but the Bountiful Harvest issue was because you were bad mouthing Opera Vandy in the streets.
yeah,
but I
how
already,
did that mob work out anyway? I really couldn't
paid
see the
that
final.
debt. I kind of throw up a little in my mouth.
Say, I mean, we're clear. We're good. Everything's fine.
Yeah, you're clear with the guard. I don't know if you're clear with the people.
All I'm saying is, should we meet you at Opper's house, or
I didn't do anything specifically inside the Bountiful Harvest. When I got arrested, I was in the street in the square.
Yeah, that's not what I was talking about. It's fine.
The mob was totally my fault, but they don't know all that.
Probably not at Opera Vandy's house.
I think we take our shot at the Bountiful Harvest. Then it's cleaner.
It's cleaner.
It's cleaner. That's personal preference. It's just cleaner.
That's fine.
Worst case, I may throw the barkeep a gold or two to make him feel better about my stay or whatever, whatever I need to do to clear the air if there's any hard feelings, which I doubt.
That's fine. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, brother. Let's go to the library and learn some stuff.
And we lock arms and skip.
Hell yeah.
So
We're elves. We frolic. That's
I'll
what
say,
we do.
I'm just watching y'all and I'm like, these are the two strangest elves I've ever encountered.
We love hate each other, okay?
Like, I'm
So-
comparing the two of you to my own elf self, and I'm like, they're not normal.
We grew up in a weird house, alright?
So as y'all go and get to the library, well, like it is a library. It's not a big library by no stretch of the name, but it's decent enough. Y'all should be able to find the information y'all are looking for.
Okay.
I'm going up and asking for a volume of Volvo's Guides to Monsters.
We don't know who that person is.
It's the wrong world, bro.
I know.
Wrong realm.
We don't know that guy. He kind of sounds like a con artist.
he was weird.
So I will need Trimlet to give me a Arcana check, and I will need Halathiel to give me occultism.
My headphones cut out. I heard I'm going to need Halathiel to give me a cult. I was like,
I have a cult. I can make you a cult. Give me 10 minutes in the square.
I think you're confusing mob and a cult.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear what you found.
I know. Not what he was expecting at all.
I mean, I at least met my class DC.
Oh, look at his face. He's so he's
Okay.
It's like when Triplet uses overdrive. Fucking
So, Trimlet, as you go to this section of the library, and you're looking through, and you find your book on one of the shelves,
Yeah.
but it's not in the right spot. It should be like 3 rows over, and on like the third shelf. So you go and you pull it, and you go over there. You put it back in the spot, and you find another book that's also out of place. And before you know it, you kind of spent the day just fixing the bookshelves.
Oh, that is so much better than what I had in my mind.
You're like, but you do get it nice and straight. They're like rows A through F, perfect. I feel like Tremble is kind of that OCD kind of like things.
A little bit.
Oh, this isn't right.
You gotta keep everything. Well, I mean, any true inventor knows you have to keep your tools nicely organized and, clean.
And you'd be like, aha, I can prove Talathiel wrong. They have 20 copies of my books. All look brand new like they've never been opened. Ha!
Poor Trimlet.
So take that as you want. Talathiel, on the other hand, you actually do find something pretty interesting. It's it's just like this almost throwaway journal. Just like decent leather, but very, very worn down. And it's apparently it was let's see, what would this person's name be? Da, 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 da. Orphic. Just Orphic. No last name. No Orphic. No last name. No title. No nothing. And it is apparently her journey, or kind of like her journey to finding her mother, which she then discovers is a hack. And luckily enough, a night hack at that. So you do learn that those heartstones typically always have to be worn by them. They can't just leave it somewhere. And also, yes, while them by themselves are pretty formidable monsters, they're not really great casters until they are in a coven. And typically they are more or less the merchants and the brokers of the what is it? Hold on. That plane slipped my head. Give me a sec.
All good. I have my quill out and my sheets of paper, and I'm being a good researcher, taking notes.
Doing notes and stuff.
Yeah, not physically, because I don't know where my books went. I cleaned in here, now I can't find nothing.
It'd be like that. Oh, the ethereal plane. There it is.
Ethereal plane.
And that is their currency, is souls. But that is all you were able to find with that check.
Okay. So I finish reading, I've inscribed my notes, and I go to look for my brother who is finishing the F category, and I'm just
Yes.
going to watch him for a few minutes while he finishes up.
And done, Trimlet. Last book in place.
You go to find a book and end up just organizing all the books.
Oh, brother, hey. Sorry,
Hi.
this shelf was in shambles.
Well, I'm glad you organized. How long have you been at this?
A while now. Nearly done though. As soon as I get this finished, I will be able to find exactly what I am looking for.
You know it's the afternoon, right?
I missed lunch.
Yeah,
That's
me
the
too.
way.
I found a riveting journal.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Uh, uh, uh what does it? What did you discover?
I hand him my notes that I have inscribed by hand.
There seems to be quite a lyrical tone to it, but
I do have
yes.
excellent handwriting.
I don't know why, but for me, I picture Hilatho has like handwriting like I do.
Oh God, no!
I don't know why, but that's how I
for the
picture it.
prevention of
Incorrect.
copyright
Honestly, the reason it's the afternoon is because I wrote it by hand. I have little swirls and very colorful.
That's what I was
Like,
picturing.
I spent 10 minutes coloring in my tea.
Eccentric as AF.
It looks like a freaking like storybook writing.
Yes.
With all the fancy English words.
Every eye is just an eye with like a literal bird flying out of it. And it's just the most
Yeah.
extra shit.
Yes.
Most extra shit ever.
This is quite intriguing. She did seem to be quite the capable spellcaster, so one would believe.
But only when they're in a coven. So
Yes.
honestly, the beating we took was her being weak. If they come at us in at least a group of 3, we're probably going to be grease stains in the street.
The plot thickens.
This isn't soup. Also, apparently,
Plot.
that Heartstone is just like a coin.
It's a heart gem?
Stone.
Oh.
Apparently, according to the journal, a night hag has to wear their Heartstone. So we got a little bit of conflicting information between the journal and what Mia remembered. So we probably want to figure out what exactly is going on with this whole
Not
Heartstone.
necessarily wrong, but Mia may be in danger. What time of the day is it?
About 4 in the afternoon.
Mia was in danger. I feel like y'all missed the boat already.
We missed it.
Let's swing by Vandy's house before we go to the.
I agree. I am rather hungry.
Let's swing by Vandy's house first.
Right, to get food.
If Mia's not there, then we can make an excuse and get back to the hotel. But I may have been wrong. It may the hag may truly be at Vandy's house. Let's go and meet up.
Hopefully Corvus has been stalking the building, knowing a resident trigger man.
'Tis true. He's probably had a scope on Vandy since she walked in. We'll find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z.
So Mia,
Yes.
you go and you arrive at Bandy's. This is back in the morning again.
Right. Approximately 9:30 a.m.
So you're at Bandy's.
I knock on his front door.
After a few moments, his wife answers. Oh, Miss Mia. Please come in. What can I do for you?
Hoping to speak with Mr. Vandy. I've
Oh.
been looking into matters around town, and I just have I need to pick his brain about some things.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Let me go. Let me go get him. He should be finishing getting ready. If you just want to wait in the living room, that'd be perfectly fine.
Is that the one with the heads?
Yeah. Right where the hearth is.
Yeah, with the heads. Okay.
And she goes and she walks off. A few moments later, Opera Vandy comes in. Yes, Miss Mia. What can I do for you? And he says, "Oh, would you like some tea?"
Thank you.
He goes and pours you a cup of tea and hands it to you. And he gets his own and takes a sip.
I set the tea just on the table. Mr. Vandy. I've been looking into the nightmare situation.
Yes.
And I've actually been visited once or twice. In my own dreams.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm fine. I've also had a little physical run-in with our friend
Oh,
from the dreams.
you ran into the ghost?
I ran into the fiery steed riding person.
Oh, it's an actual thing.
Yes. So, but I have some questions about some other things that
Yeah, of course.
we've come across as we've been looking into this entire matter. In our digging through, the homes and the sites and just asking around about the victims that we've heard of from this condition, the ones that you've buried, the
Yes.
mysterious deaths. And I figure being a man about town, a man who's been here for a long time, everyone in town seems to be pretty fond of you. I thought maybe you could fill in some holes.
Yeah, of course. What do you need?
Well, we went to Stump.
Okay.
No,
Lovely
we
little
didn't go to
town.
Stump, did we?
We didn't go to Stump.
We didn't go to Stump. Where did we go? It wasn't Stump.
Arbo.
Harbo.
So y'all been to Arbo?
That was the
Bilbo.
place. That was the place with the decimated village and then like a few standing things.
Yes.
Okay. There. So tell him that's where we went. So we went there, and that was mostly useless. But aside from that whole mining situation that apparently happened there, that's strange. And we think maybe foul play from whatever big organization was that owned the mine. But anyhow, but most curiously, we went to the we went to the Swinton home,
Okay.
I think. Hold on. I gotta
I mean, y'all did go to the swim.
We did. That's where the hot.
That's where the door was, right?
Yeah.
No,
That's what
that the door is Old Curry's place.
Okay, the Swintons were the farm where there was the issue with the acre of land and the strange notes and all of that.
Yes.
Okay, so rewind. See, so we went to old Caro's place.
Okay.
And while there is no structure there, there is a door.
Okay.
Quite
That's
frankly, I'm
odd.
fairly sure it's from hell.
Oh. Okay.
It's just a door. No walls. No ceiling. Nothing in front of or behind it. But when you open it, it's bad on the inside.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure I don't go there.
You've not heard of this before?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I remember old Curly. He was not to speak ill of the dead, but he's kind of a mean cuss. But
I mean, that seems to be the consensus. And I quote, a mean old cuss.
But- I mean,
Maybe because he had a hell door in his house. I don't know.
was he like? Last I knew that he still had a whole house there.
I heard a fire happened. I don't know.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. But in our so we also visited the Swinton farm,
Uh-huh.
and there are some notes that we've picked up, and just some tidbits that we've picked up as we've been looking into this, and I'm hoping you can fill in these gaps.
Okay.
So we found an issue, not even an issue. We found an old, I don't know if I'd call it a letter, a journal entry, a scrap of paper with some writing, that indicated something about a pretty serious feud about an acre of land. Anything about that between the Swintons and someone? And something about a Rogor and his widow starving. Rogor was maybe supposed to sell someone an acre, but he didn't, and so now or then his wife was gonna starve.
I'm returning to what he actually says. Sorry. Okay. So I needed to see what he actually says, so I kind of can't get it. Oh. His face does kind of turn a shade whiter.
Mr. Vandy, I'm not trying to incriminate you. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. I'm not the guard. Quite frankly, my bigger issue is that the land is dying and the towers are failing. That is my greatest concern. However, when asked to look into the other things, I'm just hoping you can fill in some gaps here. And quite frankly, several other people are questioning your goodness, and I believe you are a good person who has maybe fallen on hard, maybe not financially hard times, but either morally or spiritually hard times, but that you're inherently a good person. And quite honestly, I'm trying to save your name. Because the plants
Yes,
are dying, and plants are kind of my thing.
Yes, I can. I can fill in the gaps for you. So I came to this town very young and very cool.
Hold on.
Okay.
In a room full of office supplies, I'm desperately trying to find a pen that I can actually read the writing of. Okay, go ahead. Came to town young. What was the last bit of that?
Poor.
Okay.
Young and poor.
Okay.
After my father passed, I made my way to Cary from Absol.
They're past. Go ahead.
Where I went and worked with the Undertaker here until he unfortunately passed away a few months later.
Mysteriously from age.
From age, he was a very, very old man. Kind, but old.
Hold on. My brain didn't know how to write Undertaker. Go ahead.
So I went and I was doing the best I can. I would more or less took over for that, and eventually also wanted to expand out to become the town's mortician as well, because I've pretty much been around them my whole life. My father was a mortician. And that is where I met Roger Switten.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Where this very kind man took pity on me.
This is Rogor was kind?
Yes.
Okay.
And he stepped in and offered me a loan.
Was this to infuse your business with capital? Was this to establish yourself?
This was to kick the business off.
I see. Okay, go ahead.
And it was a private just handshake agreement, and that I would pay him back in 5 years.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, a few years later, Mr. Swinton died in a farming accident.
Okay.
And whenever it came time to repay that debt, his wife or the kids never asked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this place was still new. I was still getting things going, so I didn't exactly offer it back up to them either.
Okay.
But then when the wife and the children also passed suddenly, I never got that chance to pay them back.
Do you know what? First of all, I'm assuming that you did the funeral services for Rogor.
Yes.
I know that you're not necessarily a medical professional, but did you feel that his remains were consistent with him dying in a farming accident?
Yes, his poor wife was out there when it happened.
Ah, I see. And do you happen to have any idea what caused this unexpected death of the wife and children?
Sickness.
What, like something contagious that was going around at the time, or?
Oh, Yeah, it was
light,
like a
an
it was like a
infection.
like a small plague that was happening.
Okay. Is there any more to that?
Well, as I was saying, the wife and the daughter, they passed. The land did then went to his son, who just mismanagement. Last I heard, the son left Carrick, but apparently he actually took over the family farm, and through mismanagement and all that, he died as a drunkard in the street. I didn't find out about it until I was bringing his body here.
I am going to paraphrase the exact writing that we found and see if you can answer, not answer, see if you can unravel some of the mystery in it.
Oh, okay.
So, what we found indicated that Old Lady Swinton was broke, which you've agreed that they did fall on money troubles, and I'm sure you feel some modicum of guilt about that. Um, that Rogar was rotting in his grave. Um, but whomever whoever penned this little missive, indicated that the widow was going to starve and that Rogor should have sold me that acre of land. Is there anything that you can think of about the Swintons and someone else being in a feud over maybe an adjoining piece of land or
I mean,
anything like
I know the Swins and Old Cura were neighbors pretty much.
Hmm.
That their lands touched.
I see. Well, just for the sake of dispelling rumors, you're not a vampire, are you?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I just wanted to check.
That's exactly what a vampire would say.
Let's see. We've checked off the vampire situation.
Not sold.
What? Have you ever heard of a night hag?
No.
Have you ever heard of a hag?
I mean, I've heard like the stories and everything, but nothing. I didn't think they actually existed.
About our little dream guest that we share now. Was she blue? Horny? Not like horny, but like made with lots of horns.
Maybe both.
The one I always see is was a young girl.
How young?
8.
Hmm.
But it is actually kind of weird. Just I don't know what, but last night just felt like the first time of good sleep I've gotten in months. Like something just kind of like let go.
Admittedly, my traveling companions don't agree. However, having been visited, sniffed by this entity that I believe has been causing your nightmares, I believe she has released this area from her hold, at least for now.
Is that y'all still?
Well, we had a tete-a-tete last night in the streets with her and her fiery steed. And it did not go fantastic, but nobody died.
Well, that's good.
And she made a comment about effectively letting go of a single soul. I am inclined to believe perhaps it could be yours because, again, your reputation in town and my own experiences with you do indicate that you are inherently a good person who has, again, maybe spiritually or morally found himself on some hard times. You've had a lot of guilt with the Caro widow, or not the Caro, with the Swinton widow. You know, I know you've been carrying a lot of guilt because you see these deaths before they happen, and you have to process the remains and then the burials. You've got to look these people in the face, knowing that like you saw this death coming and there was nothing you could do to stop it. I just feel like maybe she is gone, judging by her comment. As I said, my traveling companions do not necessarily agree. But those are my initial thoughts. What I do know about this being is slim. But that is where I am on my theories of this. Because I also got the sense that something released me from its grip last night.
Well, I pray that this creature is gone and hopefully stays gone.
Hopefully. I fear she's just moved to a different area, but I do hope that your own soul can maybe find some peace.
I will try. And when did these things start with me being a vampire? I've been hearing that around town lately.
Honestly, Mr. Vandy, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
I mean, I've talked to so many people during the daytime. Like, I was about to go out for my morning walk.
Mr. Vandy.
He's a really old vampire.
You see, Mr. Vandy, sometimes we come across people in our lives and our experiences that are capable of drawing conclusions that are less than founded in fact or any sort of evidence. Sheer speculation. And rather unfortunately, sometimes those voices are very loud and charismatic and convincing.
I've never been flattered.
And sometimes they take to the streets shouting their theories and then get locked up in jail and then cost their family a lot of money to free them because of weird political things that I don't fully understand. But I feel that the vampire thing was probably one of those situations. I don't think you're a vampire, for the record.
Well, thank you for that.
Also, has your wife been acting normally?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I normally whenever like y'all come in, she'll just excuse herself because talking about this kind of stuff just really upsets her. But I mean, you want I'll ask her to come in, and I mean, she will sit with us.
I mean, that's not necessary. However, I just wanted to check. In all the things that we've heard and found, no one has anything to say about your wife.
Well, I mean, she kind of keeps to herself. And she's very much a homebody. I'm the mover and the kind of the face of everything, but I mean, she's the reason why all this stays running.
I see. And she was home last night, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for answering those questions. I know that was sort of an awkward conversation to share.
I mean, it wasn't necessary.
I feel so too. And I hope that I'm right. I hope that horrendous wench has left this area, at least. Really, I hope that she's banished to some plane. I just don't think that's the case. But I do hope she's left the area and that you are free from your nighttime haunting.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
Let's see. I think I checked all my boxes. Let me see here.
Checking boxes.
Checking box.
Yeah, I was checking just like notes to make sure I asked everything I wanted to ask.
From like you're halfway done with section A.
Just to keep up the reference, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do.
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to ask you. The ghost, the young girl ghost. You
Yes.
didn't by chance bury her a few days ago, did you?
No, I've never actually buried a girl like that.
Okay. I was just asking. There was a young girl that we ran into back in Fernie that was having the dreams of failure and being chased by a fiery horse, and it sort of fit the bill of those that you typically dream of before they meet their demise. And last I heard, we believe that she may have passed. So I didn't know if you had, if I didn't know if that young girl, her name was Anala. I didn't know if perhaps she was the one you had been seeing in your dreams as a ghost.
No. It's always been that
Oh, okay.
the girl.
I see. Yeah. No. Oh, anything you know about Old Kuro being haunted?
No, like I mean, like, I had no reason to go to his property or anything. So
Okay. Yeah, that's all I've got. I just, like I said, I was hoping that with your knowledge you could fill in those gaps, and you have filled in quite a few gaps.
Noah, baby.
Thank you. I do hope to see you again, perhaps in a more social capacity than the information mining one.
but one thing, y'all always more than welcome to stay whenever y'all are in town.
And hopefully we will be able to soon. And I leave.
Okay.
No goodbye. Like I just walk out the door.
All right. So, fast forward a little bit. Tremlett and Palathio, as y'all go to leave the library, me and Corvus are there.
Okay.
Like just standing on the outside, they were about to come in for y'all.
Okay.
Unless there was something else you want to do, Mia.
No. No, I feel like she is probably going to more or less meander her way back. Likely in silence next to Corvus, because that seems to work for him.
Hmm.
And if he asks me what, if anything, I learned, I will just tell him that I would like to think on it more before I share my thoughts.
Yeah, so y'all go and y'all meet back together.
I see you've made it back from Vandy's alive.
Well, it's easy when he's not a vampire.
How do you know?
He told me so.
That's what a vampire would say.
How do you know?
Like, I would
Call
say
me
I'm not
vampires,
a
how do you
man
know?
whore. Would you believe me if I said I'm not a man whore?
No, I've seen you in action.
Okay.
I've never seen him be a vampire.
That you know of.
I've never seen him be a vampire.
What if he, like, mind erased you?
He didn't.
You sure?
Yes.
How would you remember?
I know these things.
We're still
Anyway, Vandy, if he's a vampire, he'll die to pitchforks and fire later anyway. I found this. And I hand you my notes.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you hated me a book. I was about to say you found a book in a library.
Good
Well, I
job.
didn't steal it.
I was
I
gonna
made a
say,
copy.
like Halathiel. And what is it?
It's a note. It's a journal I found about this woman trying to find her mother. Found out she was a night hag. Ended up digging up some information on said night hags. One of them's a little conflicting with some other information about the Heartstone. Has to be worn by the hag according to the journal.
Clearly not.
Well, what if
Unless
this
maybe not by all hags.
maybe the gem or stone we have found is just a receptacle for souls, because they trade souls. That they're traders.
Ooh, or perhaps this journal seemed to be aged, fairly worn.
The leather was still kind of supple on it, but it had a little age.
Perhaps they evolved like plants.
Also, if she comes with her crew, we dead.
I think the word you're looking for is coven.
That one. If she comes and there's two others, we run. No questions, we run as fast as we can. One was terrifying enough in that street.
Mhm.
They're not very good spellcasters when they're by themselves, according to this journal. But when they're in a coven, they become great spellcasters.
I wonder if a hag could eat her coven and still have the benefits of the coven without needing the other two physical bodies.
I'm pretty sure they need to be alive.
But do we know? Because the hag we encountered last night was not weak in magic.
Exactly, that's why I'm concerned.
Maybe she's evolved. Plants evolve. Plants adapt to their environments to thrive.
Can I make a
Perhaps
like a recollection check of some kind to see the hag we fought last night? Was she wearing something similar to this Heartstone?
No.
I'm sure that's noted the check, right?
No, I mean, this is very fresh, and I feel like it was traumatic enough. You would know.
Okay.
No, like she actually had like the pants she wore were like were ripped and very like loose fitting. Same with like the top that she was wearing, but outside that there was really no jewelry at all.
What about the horse?
The nightmare?
Yes, was the horse? Did it have any kind of jewelry?
Mhm.
Interesting. So maybe they don't need to wear it. Maybe we do have her heartstone. Unfortunately, didn't have any information on destroying said hag. Probably because of the whole like maternal relationship.
Perhaps.
Let's ask Trimlet what he found.
Found 20 copies of my book. Pristine. Super important to this library.
So like no creases on the spine or anything.
Pristine condition. They must refresh their stock constantly.
Trimlet. Did you find anything out about a hag?
I was getting
Any
there.
kind of hag?
I hadn't gotten there yet. It was in shambles. The
Trembling your corpus is showing.
Their organization was just terrible. Okay, I fixed it.
Well,
I'll fix the rest tomorrow. It was a busy day.
Which means I'll be going back with him because I need to do what he was supposed to do.
I had a fruitful discussion with Mr. Vandy about some of
and
the
Corvus, did you at least like
oddities.
keep a gun aimed at him the whole time?
Oh yeah, of course. What do you
Okay.
think I am, stupid? Come on now. You just go play with your book or something, okay? Look, I'm gonna give you guys a. And Chorus walks out.
So you had an interesting discussion with Mr. Vandy, the vampire.
Not the vampire. One, his wife was home all night last night, so I do not believe that the hag and she are one and the same.
Did he stay up all night and watch her?
We were not up all night fighting the hag.
This is true. It was pretty late though.
It was pretty late though.
He's already said he doesn't sleep and tends to keep late hours.
So he is a vampire.
He is
If he,
plagued by nightmares.
if he keeps late hours working in his shop, it'd be hard for him to manage his wife at all points in time.
I still think you're barking up the wrong tree here, but
I'm-
we'll have to agree to disagree.
I'm actually not disagreeing with you. I'm just keeping it as a option.
It is still possible, just less likely.
Less likely, still an option.
So anyhow, the Swinton connection to Mr. Vandy. Rogor Swinton, the one who died in the farming accident, and then his widow and his daughters died from illness, and then his son drank himself to death.
Yes, I remember this, I think.
Mr. Rogor Swinton loaned Opera Vandy not really out of the kindness of his heart, loaned Opera Vandy the money to really expand the mortician business. He had moved here from Absalom and studied under the Undertaker, who was elderly at the time. Undertaker died. Mr. Vandy, from age, Mr. Vandy took over the undertaking job, but really wanted to become the mortician for the area. His father was a mortician. And so Mr. Swinton gave him the loan to really fuel that expansion. And it was to be paid out over a 5-year term. About 3 years in was when Rogor had the farming accident that was his demise. And it was, in fact, a farming accident. The wife witnessed the whole thing happen. There was just nothing she could do to save him. And so my assumption is that the wife and children never knew about the loan. And so they never came to collect which I think is perhaps another tick of guilt in Mr. Vandy's soul sliding meter of goodness. That perhaps that guilt is also weighing on his soul, because I don't believe they had a terribly lucrative last few years of life before the mother and daughters passed. And then it went to the son. The son mismanaged it, lost what money they had left, and drank himself to death.
So Vandy's saying that he did eventually pay them back, but it was to the drunkard son?
He did not. That's what
Okay,
I believe the guilt is
so-
about.
All the Rogers died?
And he
All of them?
knew about their financial situation since he's head of this whole farmers thing, right?
He was aware that they did eventually fall on hard times.
So he's not a good man because he totally watched those. Well, he did watch those people suffer and easily could have given them that money back.
I do not know that he easily could have given that money back.
He could have made an attempt.
He could have made an attempt.
Did all of the Roger family pass away? Is there
The
confirmation?
Swinton family.
The Swinton family?
Sorry, I said this part y'all have, because y'all have asked this before.
I
Yes,
know.
the Swinton line is dead.
Completely.
Even the daughters?
Yes.
The daughters died when the mother died from the small plague that was going around.
Okay.
We've known that for a while. That was in my original notes.
Well, I know that the line had passed, but just because the Swinton line had passed doesn't necessarily mean that all the daughters had passed.
No. Not the Swinton name. The Swinton line is dead.
Okay.
Like I said,
So-
I know we've known that one because it was in my original notes that I was reading when I was asking Vandy questions.
So I've also got another theory just to throw out there real quick. So he apprenticed under the old mortician, right?
No, Undertaker.
Or Undertaker. So the old Undertaker was the master vampire who turned Randy into a vampire spawn who eventually took
I'm
over the
sorry.
business and became his own vampire.
I'm sorry, gang, but I'm about to have to dip myself, actually.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to close out, in just, quickly, or if y'all want to continue on. What do we...
I mean, truthfully, I feel confident this conversation is going to go in circles because we don't have enough facts to make any conclusions.
So we will argue about this for a while, but we
I'm gonna
don't
say-
have this information.
I'm going to say we can fade to black as we're still going in
Yeah.
circles.
Yeah,
I was literally just waiting to be like, what? I don't know what are y'all doing.
I'd like
we
to...
are arguing and walking towards
I
the
would
end.
like to ask around town one last thing before we make it back to the hotel or wherever we go next. How long has because I mean this should be pretty public information. He's a public figure. How long has Opera and his wife been married?
15 years.
Okay,
Throwing a
I'll
dart.
give you a for sure answer next time.
thank you.
I know they have been married a while.
Longer than a year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like longer than 2 years.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I need to know. All right.
And right. Okay.
Fading to black.
Fading to black.
So
Any announcements?
nothing for me. I guess this is where ending started. That was a very awkward ending. Sorry, that was just
I
kind of
know.
a.
I'm sorry. I'm being summoned though, and I need to make a hasty exit. I apologize.
Understood.
Vam, anything you got? Any closing statements for the campaign?
Oh, I mean, we'll be playing again. I'd say not next Friday, but the Friday after that.
The 23rd.
We'll see where the party decides to go from there.
Good Lord help us.
Good Lord Elvis, indeed.
Follow Derpentine_69. Great content.
Yep.
Grady Lugosi. Follow that. Great content. Also great art. If you need art, check her out. She's the creator of the beautiful backdrop there. And whenever Battlegrounds releases their co-op playthrough, I know their co-op play. I know me and Lobo will be streaming that. So on here at Swamp Mages Gaming. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested. Yeah, and I think that's all I got. Anybody else? Anything?
Nothing currently.
Thank you all. Love you all. And as always,
Sorry for ending it awkwardly.
Stay swampy.
stay swampy.